the PWHL is doing something a lot of new leagues struggle to do. I mean, did you guys see some of these crowds? They're filling arenas, they're building real fan bases. But when you look at the merch, it doesn't really reflect what's happening in the stands. This isn't about tearing anything down. It's about recognizing when a league has outgrown its current expression. I've been concepting merch for teams like the Montreal Victoire, Minnesota Frost, and Boston Fleet, and the reaction to those concepts says a lot. By the way, if these kind of breakdowns are kind of your thing, just consider subscribing. You know, I'm kind of building my channel around this lens, around this thinking, with a lot of creative marketing, a lot of different ideas. And I'll just keep creating, but if you like this kind of stuff, you know what to do. Now, the PWHL isn't starting from zero. These teams are based in serious hockey markets, cities that already understand rivalries, loyalty, and culture. But when a league reaches that stage, merch stops being optional. It becomes a way fans signal, I was here early, and this kind of matters to me. So like I mentioned in my previous videos, I originally started all this with just a simple video I put up on TikTok. Not really for the critique, but I just wanted to check out what the demand was. And in a way, it kind of went mini viral. So I wanted to bring all these concepts together here in one place and look at why that demand exists. At the same time, fans are like, does this represent how I feel about this team? Or, hell yeah, I'd rock the shit out of this. For emerging leagues, merch becomes part of how fans participate in building the culture. That's why they're more open to bolder design, distinct visual systems, and drops that feel expressive instead of just generic. What makes the Women's Hockey League interesting is timing, though. You have strong attendance, passionate regional support, and teams rooted in hockey-first cities. So to me, that kind of sounds a little bit like a rare combination because that means that fans aren't really casual. Sure, there might be some people that are not that invested yet, but, they're interested. Imagine if that was compounded by, really good merch or really good creative around the team or everything else that's going on. I think that's what really could push somebody a little bit over the edge to be like, hey, you know what? I'm way more invested now. Which leads me to my first one I did a hoodie concept for, the Montreal Victoire. Like I mentioned before, mainly because of the many angles of clever design and branding. Honestly, I really just felt like they nailed it. However, all of the Montreal Victoire fans are passionate already, so I decided to add my own little touches to it. So I brought back some of the crosshatches from my previous videos and made them go out from the center of the logo. For the back, I kind of did the same thing, but only the logo mark, which basically shows up as an M, sort of like a rising phoenix. Overall, I think this slapped though. So it slapped so much that the Minnesota faithful came raging in my comments asking for a Frost one. Now, the logo alone for the Minnesota Frost is so damn unique that the slant on the F was conducive to the overall layout of the hoodie. With that, I had to bring back my City Light crosshatch skyline so it extends all the way to the back. Just a natural flow, don't you think? And in the back, we had to make it special for the champs. Since frost signifies the cold, I just thought, wait, what if we can maybe make this into a snowflake? So after many tries to get it right, I finally locked it in using the F in the logo, repeated consecutively, and it just snapped in perfect. Now that I look at this, I think this would be really good at center ice too, no? Just imagine that. We'll see. And finally, the Boston Fleet. I did get a lot of comments for this one too. That sideways Hartford Whalers vibe was a great start, so I went off of that. I ran my crosshatches for the front nice and strong, brought the wavy elements, and put them on the cuffs and hem and waistline. For the back, I really wanted something that felt like Boston. And honestly, after many comments, Boston Strong was the clear winner. But I would still love to know your comments on that one. Also, I used the same crosshatch treatment from the inside out, just like my Victoire piece earlier. So at the end of the day, none of these concepts are here to replace what already exists. They're just meant to show a little bit of range, that's all. Now again, I'm not saying that the league is doing something wrong. Not at all. The fact that I got some very strong engagement on my shorter form videos for new merch says a lot. And that's a good problem to have, I think. Overall, the Women's Hockey League has something real happening. When that happens, merch doesn't need to be safe. It's just that sweet spot where fans want to add more to their fervor. Special drops wouldn't feel forced here, they just feel a little bit earned. I'll keep documenting these concepts, not as solutions though, but as signals. And of course, I love doing these because when fans are asking for more, that's usually the clearest indicator where things are headed. So thanks again for watching. I really appreciate you guys so much. I really love the comments I've been getting so far. I really enjoy creative marketing quite a bit, and I love making these concepts, kind of talking a little bit about what it takes to put it all together and a little bit of fan psychology, that whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's not just design. Design has a lot to do with it because it's a visual language, but I really enjoy putting these videos together. And if you like this kind of stuff, consider liking and subscribing. But if you guys are really feeling it, you guys could also click on that bell so you could know when I'm actually posting. So until next time, peace.